Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to learn about install a package on a remote server using Jenkins Jobs. So we are going to do on a task. The task details are on this blog. Please do check out this blog and also please support me by like, subscribe and comments on my YouTube channel. So let's get started. First go to this blog and you can find the task details. So install a package on a remote server using Jenkins. So this is the task description. So I'll show you how to do this task. Before we start, please note that this is a learning task and you can do it your own lab environment. I have set up a lab environment using VirtualBox and Ubuntu OS. So the prerequisite is, so I have created a two server. Master is for my Jenkins and M01 for my app server. And I already set up the SSH connection between these two servers. So and we are going to do the task using SSH, and also you have to install some plugins in order to complete this task. So just quickly read the task description. Create a Jenkins jobs name httpd php and configure it to accomplish below given task. Install httpd and php and along with their dependencies on mn01 because this is the one my app server. That's why I have mentioned here this. It's my m01. So we are going to install these two packages on the server from master, which is the server Jenkins running on. So and also we have to change the port from 80 to 8081 on the app server. So I'm not explaining how I set up this lab. So today video is to focus on how to complete this lab. So step 1, enable passwordless sudo in app server. So just go back to my terminal, and currently I'm in my master server, which is the Jenkins running on, and I'm going to SSH to my app server. I have already created this user John on app server and also set up the connection, SSH connection between my master server and app server. Given the password for the user. Okay, we are in our app server. So first, what we have to do, step 1, enable passwordless sudo in app server. So in order to do that, you have to do sudo sudo, and at the end of this file you have to add the username of the app server with this command. No password at all. This is my username. In your scenario it might be different, so you have to add this line. Let's go to the steps 2. And why we adding this enable, or why we enabling this passwordless sudo in app server? Because we are going to send some command from Jenkins server to app server, which it install the HTTPD and the PHP. So when we execute a command from the Jenkins server, it will not ask the sudo password, and simply it's get executed and completed. Okay, let's go to the second step. Install SSH plugin in Jenkins. And for your information to all, I have already done this task and I'll show you each steps how I have done this. Okay, So the install SSH plugin in Jenkins. So I just go to my Jenkins server and go to manage Jenkins UI, manage plugins. Click available. Then search SSH. SSH, and you will find the SSH plugin. But in my case, I have already installed that plugins. Okay, SSH. I already installed that plugin, so I didn't install that again. Install SSH. Okay. So the next step, let's go to the next step. Add sudo users and their SSH credentials in Jenkins. Add sudo users and their SSH credentials. Sudo user means that the user you created on that server. In my case, it is John. I created user John on my app server, and also I told you that I have already set up the SSH connection. So this, go to that. Go to Jenkins UI dashboard, manage Jenkins, manage credentials, click global. As you can see, I have already added, but I will show you how you need to add the user update. So when you add a new user, you will see the screen. You have to give the username and you have to give the password. In my case, after password is saved and it is showing as concealed, and you just give the ID. Okay, so that is how you have to set up sudo user and SSH. Sudo users and their SSH credentials. Okay, then the step 4 is add SSH Hosting Jenkins. So we need to add this host in our Jenkins UI. Let's do that. Dashboard, manage Jenkins, go to configure system. Okay, then go to add SSH remote host. Sorry. Okay, section adding an SSH remote host. So you need to give the app server domain name or host name here. So in my case, mnode01 is my app server and 2020 for the SSH. And here you have to select the user which we created in our previous step. So in my case, it's John. So John is the user is going to use to SSH on this app server. Click OK and save. We can check the connection by simply clicking this successful connection. Then go back to save and don't forget to save your entries. Okay. Then create the build job and run the job. Okay, from this point onwards, our task description start. So create a Jenkins Jobs name, HTTP PHP, and configure it to accomplish the given task. Okay, so let's go back to dashboard page, and I have already created, but you can simply create it, go to new item and give the name HTTP PHP and select the freestyle project. Once you create it, okay, once you create it, you will see the screen like this. So on the screen, you have to go to build, and you have to select at build step as execute shell script on a remote task using SSH. Okay, so here in the drop down you have to select that SSH, or in my case it's John and M001 and port 22. And you have to give the set of command based on the instruction. In the instruction it has to install HTTPD and PHP and port should be say on 8081. So here as you can see, this command might be different if you are using a different operating system. In my case I use Ubuntu, so that's why I use this set of commands. So install Apache 2, and I change the port from 80 to 8081. Then I install PHP FPM and I restart that Apache 2 service. So this set of commands might be different for you. Example, if you are using CentOS, please check your commands. It might be different. For in my case I use Ubuntu, so that's why I use this. Okay, so just add this command, apply and save. Go back to your job and you just click build. You can see the build going to be start. Okay, click that build history. Go to console output. Okay, you can see the console output here. These are the commands which we gave in our previous step. Okay, let's wait to complete the build. Okay, our build completed successfully. As you can see, status. It is showing already in the newest version because I already done this job. I have told you that I have done this job already. So let's go to the URL. I have already set up a domain name for my app server, m001@accept.com. It will not work default 80 port because we have changed the port to 8081, right? So 8081. So we successfully load our default Apache page. If you want, I can change. Let's see. Just go to cd var cd I'm in my app server still. Double check the HTML. This is the default page, and let's create another page. Let's say home.html. Create just for checking. This is not a perfect file. Okay, this is just for practice purposes. Okay, I know what's the problem here. No. Okay, so now we have created a sample file. Alright, now go back to our domain here /home.html. As you can see, your page is loading successfully. So I just exit the connection. Please do subscribe, like, and comment my channel.